just a couple.
You know what? I'm here. It's Leonard, a.k.a. Fort Madison. And I'm ready to jump into a topic, but who cares about me? What about you? This is a start.
I'm ready. I am Tony, and I am extra excited about this topic.
All right.
What we got, Bree?
So today, we're going to be doing things a little different. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all the topic. You know, I'm going to lead the show a little bit, okay? Because it's my first time, so don't judge me. A little bit.
Family, you better be easy.
So how about this? Before we jump into it, like and share, and then comment if she's horrible or not. Since it's the first time, go ahead and comment first.
Dang. He just threw it out there.
Okay, well, I have a topic that I'm sure a lot of us have been through, family. A lot of us. So I want to talk about liking someone more than they like you.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So I'm kind of currently dealing with something like that. So it's heavy on my heart. So I want to bring it up to the family and see what y'all think. Have y'all had any experiences like that? Comment that now. Tell me what y'all have been through
right now.
How you came out of it, because I might need some advice myself.
Yeah, we might need some advice.
I've been in that situation.
I have too.
Mm-hmm. To where actually a person liked me. I've been on both sides. A person liked me more, and I liked a person more. I was always taught to be in a relationship where a person loves you more or likes you more. And then you kind of grow to love them because they'll treat you better. They'll treat you the way you want to be treated. I think that's a better side than me being in a situation where I like somebody more than they like me. Yeah. That can be abusive.
Well, I've seen both sides also. There's a girl that I liked so much. Like, she was my everything. And we were great friends first. And we would hang out, and it would just, every time we hung out, it would just flow. And I knew this is a girl for me. Everything was perfect. But then, like, I would tell her my feelings, and she wouldn't respond to it. But we still hung out, great friends. And it just bothered me so much that I wasn't getting back the same feelings that I was giving, that I couldn't take it.
What did you want her to say though? Like,
I just wanted,
what feelings? What response?
I just wanted that same energy. Like, if she just saw me as a friend, a great, like, best friend. I was friend zoned, and don't nobody want to be in there. But I had to separate. Like, I pulled myself away. I cut her off completely because it hurt every time that we would go hang out, and then knowing that I wasn't gonna get her.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of like dead center in the middle of both instances. Like, there's this guy who I want to pursue, and he is like, I don't know, he's like in the media. He's out right now. He's outside, okay? He outside in them streets, you know, out with the ladies, out with the homeboys who attracting ladies. But that's the guy who I want. So I feel like I like him more than he likes me, because he doesn't give me as much attention as somebody who likes me would. Because I've dated someone else who is like giving me all of his attention. He wants to spend all his time with me, all his money on me, everything, but it's still not enough because
he's not the one.
You're not him.
Dang it.
Don't waste your time. Like,
but now I'm feeling like I'm the side piece to the dude that I want.
Yeah.
And that's not okay for me.
I think we've all been through that. We've all been through those emotions.
So I have a really interesting story, because I told you I've been on both sides. So, you know, me being a bartender, I remember I had this one lady that was at the bar. It is hilarious. So this was when, you know, we had ice everywhere. It was an ice age in Texas.
It was.
And all the flights were canceled. I was working at a hotel, and her flight was canceled, so she was staying there. And I was giving her drinks, and she was enjoying them, and she was telling me, I could tell she liked me, you know. Why would she not, right? So she was telling me about how her life is going good. She's in law school. Everything's going good. Her 10-year plan, her family is good. I was like, okay, this is a good one. And something about me, if I see an attractive lady at the bar, I'm pouring heavy. because it's gonna create a story, and it did create a story. Trust me. So pouring heavy, right? Take another one. Go ahead. You know?
Yeah. On the house.
And then on the house. No, not on the house. Right. So, so she was drinking, and she had too much to drink. Mm-hmm. And then her stories flipped, and then she started telling me about all the things that are wrong in her life, and she became like very depressed. It was like a 180 flip. And then at the end of the night, I'm trying to get everybody out. Here she is crying on my shoulder how she wants to kill herself, like her parents aren't happy with her. I was like, now I love people, you know, I consoled her, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm thinking about like, I need to wipe these counters down. I need to sweep.
Right.
I need to get her out of here. I'm trying to leave to go to the bar, right? Yeah. So I give her a drink. She could take it with her since it's a hotel. She took it with her and we cleaning. I turn around. She's right there.
Yikes.
Talking about she spilled her drink. And I'm a nice guy. I want her out. Mm-hmm. And it's an open restaurant, so people can walk in and out. So I got her another drink, sent her on her way. We finally get done. I turn around, she's right there again.
Yeah, say, listen.
So we walking down to the accounting office, because we had to do that at the end of the night, and we have to walk past the arcade, and the lights just got her attention. So this was our chance to run. We like literally ran. This is at midnight now. In a hotel, I hear her yelling my name. Leonard, where are you? Down the hallways. I'm like, this woman is crazy. I can't make this up. So we waited until we didn't hear it anymore. And I guess she gave up. That's the end of the story. We go home. But it's not the end of the story. Because I go back the next day. Security pulls me aside. And they said, what the heck happened last night? I said, what are you talking about? They said they found a lady outside. She face planted, first of all, and then was complaining that I had cheated on her. I was like,
that was some hell of a drink.
Now y'all all in a relationship.
Yeah, we were apparently we're in a relationship, and I cheated on her within a night. So this goes to show you, there's some crazy people out there. So maybe you shouldn't lead people on, because if you lead them on, you might find the crazy in people.
So she definitely likes you more than you like her.
Absolutely.
I'm an attractive guy. She should like me, right? But she liked me more than I liked her, because I was just trying to get a good tip.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get a good tip, but the different tip.
Yes, the wires got crossed somewhere.
They got the wrong information.
It's crazy though, but
yeah. So I've definitely been in something like that, but a completely different situation. We were actually dating, and I felt like I liked them more than they liked me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like whenever you have those types of situations, it's best to get out. Yeah. You got to get out and stay out, because I've gotten out of their relationship a few times. I'm going to be real with your family. It's been a few times, but your girl just keep coming back. So. But I'm going to figure it out, and when I do, I'm going to list my own advice up under this video.
Well, that's the thing about it. You keep coming back, because us as men, we know how to throw that crumb in.
Right.
We know she's going to react to this. We know, we study y'all. We really do study you. We know if we compliment you in that right way, that's going to make her. So I can go do what I want. Mm-hmm. And you can get all mad, but I know if I say this one thing, that's going to bring her right back. So you, as women, have to be conscious of that, showing that weakness. Because if we see that, we're running with it.
See, my problem is...
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but
He's telling the tea.
Yeah.
My problem is I come back thinking that I've learned as well. So I'm like, he's not going to give me the same way he did the last time. And we just going to be friends because I like this person. Like, I like him as a person, as an individual. So I'm like, I still want to keep this friendship. At least I want to have a friendship. But... you know, it always spirals into something more. So I think you can't even be friends with that person that you like more than they like you.
I think after some time has, elapsed or, expired, then yes, you can. But No, you have to give it some time because you still have those feelings. I think you're just not being honest with yourself to say, hey, we can just be friends, because it's not going to be a clear
But
friendship.
how much time? Because
when you're over that person.
I'm over them. I was over them before I went back trying to be a friend. But the same things that drew me in the first time are the same things that's going to get me again.
Well,
That
if
means
it's
you're
a
not
snake,
over it.
yes.
That means you're telling yourself you're over
Yeah.
it, but you're really not.
Right. So you have to be totally over it to where you can see this person with someone else and not feel anything.
And not feel any kind of way.
That
truly takes time.
Mm-hmm.
So years, guys.
Well, sometimes it's not even years. Sometimes for me, if I can think back and reflect back on how you have made me so miserable and hurt me and just been a negative impact on my life, I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be with you. It doesn't take years.
Yeah, like my first love, she was an amazing woman. She got a basketball scholarship to Ivy League school.
Dang.
Like, I messed it up. However, I know it doesn't take that much time. She got over me real quick. Mm-hmm. Even though I didn't get over her like that, you know, I was like starving myself and I was in a bad place. But, you know, I messed that up. She was done. She was done. There was no going back. So it may not take that much time, but
No.
if you still have those feelings, then you're not completely over.
I think once you get to a place to where you like enough is enough, it's not going to take long. But you have to find yourself in that place. Like enough is enough. You can't be like all dreamy eyed, but he has a nice chest and he has this and he. No, if you're that way, you know what I'm saying. If you're that way, you're still in that place. You can't even be friends with him. You can't. So you have to move on.
Well, I've seen a lot of women that get in that situation and then they're just satisfied being the side piece.
Yeah, because that's what you start.
And it seems like nowadays it's acceptable.
Right.
Like people,
They had a show that was coming out. I don't know what the name of it was, but I know the premise was side chicks. So it was crazy. It never came out. It never came to fruition. But it was just like side chicks, and it was different women that were side chicks and like telling their story. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, how are you okay with that?
I'm not okay with being a side chick, but I feel like
was that called
kinda
Tremaine R. Kelly? No, I'm playing.
I'm dead.
I'm playing. My bad, bro. Continue.
What is it called to do with the big clock? Flavor
Flavor
Love.
Love, yeah.
Flavor Love. That's what it's kind of like.
Apparently, a lot of people like him.
Yeah.
No, it was worse than that. It was actually women that were saying that they were with guys that were in marriages and other relationships, and how the guys were taking care of them, and they could even have side babies and all this. It was different. Flavor of Love is they were all fighting for his love and affection and his attention.
But they were all aware that he's dating all 20 of us. Like, so I'm okay with being his side chick until he chooses me.
But no, I mean, this was deeper than that. This was deeper. Like, this dude, these guys were married. And in other established relationships, Flavor of Love he was searching all these women to find love. No, these guys were already in relationships, and these women saying, well, he paid me, he has a baby, and we have all these things, and he does these things for me to be in this position I'm in.
That's interesting, because you said he pays me, and I've learned that the more money you make, or those people that are in the top tax bracket, that happens a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
And their wives are accepting it as well.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Like, some of these women, they're like, well, at least I'm getting a check.
Yeah.
And their husbands are just out there giving money to all kinds of side women. And then some women are cool with just being that girl.
You know, I watch Basketball Wives and what's the other one?
Real
Housewives, and I feel sorry for those guys because I was in that position. It's not a beautiful thing you don't know where your man is, but you have your lights on, or you can go jump in a Rolls Royce, but your heart is hurt.
Yeah.
Like so I look at that from a different perspective. Other people are looking at it and it's all glamified or whatever. I'm looking at it like, sis, I was in your shoes, and I know you're on this show. Like, yeah, you're carrying your Birkin bag or whatever, but you're hurt.
But it means nothing.
You are hurt. Yes. And she would trade in that Birkin bag any moment to have a closer relationship with her dude.
Somebody that cares.
Yes. I've been there.
I talked to this guy about this exact situation, and he said to me that look at Gucci and what's his wife's name?
Who?
Gucci.
Gucci Mane and...
You talking about Gucci Mane? Keisha.
Keisha, yes. Look at Gucci and Keisha. Keisha had to hold him down while he was in jail. Before he went, he had all these side pieces, and she held him
babies
down.
and all that. Yeah.
He had babies on the side. She held him down. But look at them now. They happy. They in a relationship.
You don't know.
I'm sure she's going through the same thing.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like,
you don't know that it's TV. Everything is fake on
glorify
TV, except
this
for us.
horrible relationship.
But we do lie about a lot of stuff. But
I'm not a ride or die. Like, I'm not. Where did we get this? You can cheat on me. I'm gonna just hold you down. I'm a ride or die and hold it, and I'm gonna see what happens. Like,
well, I'm not gonna say we got it from the Smiths, but you know, Will and Jada and these entanglements, they just kind of taught us some things.
I was lost until you said that.
They taught us, to hold it down. They said, what is it? Something we live
She
together.
said, I'm gonna be in a unhappy relationship, unhappy man. I forgot what it is.
No, they said we ride together, we die together. Bad marriage for life.
Oh yeah, bad marriage for life.
And then I saw a meme that said, it doesn't matter what a man gives, how much he loves a woman, she's still not happy. Yeah, both of y'all, I'm standing up for y'all.
That's another episode. We are not doing that. That's another episode. We're talking about side pieces today. Right?
So let me ask y'all, what is the definition of a side piece? What is a side piece?
Someone who accepts not being number one. I'm a very competitive person. I was taught always be number one. If you're not number one, you're lost.
Absolutely.
So
I'm
not cool with the side piece. Nah.
Yeah, no.
I'm worth it. Number one.
Yeah.
Well, you're different than a lot of men, because is it more apparent in men or women?
Well,
men.
Definitely men.
I am different from a lot of men. I am.
Men.
Yeah.
He got
I am.
Because
Thank
men
you.
will play their position forever.
Play
Their position. They're like, as long as I can just get just a little piece of you, I'm cool.
And they're absolutely fine with it.
Well, I mean, like being the side piece, it's like, why would you want to be the main when you got to deal with all of this? Being the side piece, you get what you want, and then the rest of it, the main deals with all the emotions and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just deal with the good stuff.
That's really how men
being the
think.
side.
I
Yeah.
done had so many men pull me over in the club, grab my arm, and they like, "Hey, mom, what's up with you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got a boyfriend." I ain't asked about your man. I don't care about. That's not important. He ain't here with you. Like, they got so many lines that they do not care about.
That reminds me of my homeboy. He said, if he's talking to a girl and the girl says, "Oh, I got a boyfriend," he says, "Well, I got a pet gerbil," and they be like, "What?" I thought we were talking about things that don't matter. And I was like, that's great. Like, I'm going to use that. I never used it.
I had a guy approach me and was like, "Do you have a boyfriend?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "You want another one?"
See?
Well,
See? It works.
What's another one coming with?
You know what I'm saying? Just for me, men, they're selfish. So they're only thinking about themselves and what can I get out of this situation. And like what you said, it's sex, time, when I want it. That's it. They don't care about anything else. As a matter of fact, they don't even want to deal with it.
They don't want to deal with it.
So I think
y'all
that's
too
why
emotional anyways.
Yeah.
That's the reason I didn't want a daughter. Just to put that out there.
She is so gorgeous.
I have a son. My first child was a son. I said I'm gonna have another son.
Right.
But it was a girl.
Yes.
Yep.
And I was like, whoa. Wait a minute. I can't deal with this.
Right.
And I realized I can't deal with this.
Right.
She has me wrapped around her finger. But women are just so emotional. Now I want another one, but I'm thinking,
What if it's
another girl?
So listen,
No.
I promise. I have a girl, and then I had a boy, and then I wanted another one. I swear, like Bible. I say if I had another girl, I would have left her at the hospital. I said it. I would leave her at the hospital. I don't want another girl.
It's coming out. I'm pushing it back in.
Only because I was so perfect that you cannot duplicate that.
Girls are so emotional. They are. Jesus Christ.
And it never leaves. It never leaves.
Damn.
So.
Okay, moving on. Because now I feel like we on me. So moving on. Do y'all think that people that are side pieces have low self-esteem?
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Low self-esteem. No standard having people. Yes.
All of
We're not. You're not looking at the other. There's some that do have low self-esteem, but there's some that just use it as a hustle. Right. It's like, look, I can get something out of this. It's an opportunity. Why not? So they're hustlers, right?
I still think that's low self-esteem because choose a different hustle. Why does it have to be that?
Why do I need to work at a hustle that I could struggle in when I naturally, this is given to me? Why not?
I just feel like you have no standards. You have no standards because for me, you have to at least be some sort of human. You have to humanize things. So you're destroying a family, kids, another female such as yourself. Would you want to go through that?
It's a selfish way of thinking, yes, but in this day of age, it's like it's me. I'm gonna take care of myself first. Forget everybody else.
Which is why they're in that position. So if you get some morals and standards about yourself, God may bless you to where you're not even having to think that way. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like karma is everything. So I'm just going to choose a different hustle. I'm going to hustle in the business industry, hustle with my career. I'm not going to hustle a guy that has a family. I'm not going to hustle my standards because what are you going to think about me? Like, what are you going to think about me? You have to flip it. So this is a hustle for you, which I think is just, you're just using it.
Yeah, you are a good woman, but people just don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
those are standards, those are still morals. Like, we're still speaking to those issues.
I understand it because
I feel like if I had an apartment and I have rent, electricity, water, all these bills.
Get a job.
And I have a job, but a man just comes right along trying to offer me money. And then I come to find out he has a wife at home. Am I supposed to stop accepting his funds because he's married?
Okay, so don't. And then you extend the amount of time that it's going to take you to find your husband. Or you're going to go through the same thing. So it's like you got to think. Like you cannot partake in everything that is presented to you. You have to use some sort of, decision making. You can't just partake in everything that is presented to you. So just because someone comes along with some money, you have to think like, is it worth it? Is it worth my future? Is it worth my children's future? Is it worth that? You have to I just can't do it.
That dang dollar, man, because people put so much value on it. And once you separate yourself from it, then I feel like you become free because there's people who have millions, billions, and they will use that to show dominance and power over you. Yeah. Like for someone who's came from nothing, you throw them a stack. That's going to make them excited, right? Then they're willing to do anything. I had to tell my brother, like, it's not about money because once you show weakness, people are going to exploit that. Once you show that you get excited over something that could be crumbs to somebody, then they're going to have power and dominance over you. And you should never show weakness to somebody. You should never show that somebody is more dominant because I carry myself in, I don't care how much money you make, me and you are equal.
Yeah.
You are in no way better than me. We are equal. But once you show reaction to crumbs, then you've lost all of that respect.
And I guess for me, it took me a while to get to this point because my ex is a pro NFL player. Ex-pro NFL, he's retired, but when we were together, he was just telling me my children, taking care of my children. I wasn't really working, so I had all the material things at my fingertips. But let's say that he asked me for, you know, for me to do 2 or 3 chores and I was only able to fulfill 1 or 2, then he wouldn't fulfill his obligation to me. So it was a control issue. So I'm not saying by any regard or any stretch of the imagination that I just woke up saying I'm not going to let money control me, or I never wanted to be a side piece, or never was. But I'm not saying I never woke up saying I'm not going to let money control me. It took wisdom and patience and time for me to get an experience for me to get here.
It's
so
a
that's
confidence thing, because I can understand how somebody can come from nothing, meet somebody who gives them the world, and they love this world, but you know they mess up, then that world could be taken away and they go back to where they were. I can understand that, but you have to be so in tune with yourself and have so much self-confidence that somebody giving you something means nothing to you. Right. That's hard, especially the younger you are, you know.
Right. I was young, but I still had things, but still, you mean to tell me somebody can wake up, you can wake up and you guys are in a relationship, not side piece, but you guys are in a relationship and he's like, you know what, I'm bored. Get the kids ready, you get ready. Matter of fact, he used to say, here's a map, y'all tell me where y'all want to go. And we would do it. Or, let's hop on a plane. I'm going to take you shopping wherever we go. You don't have to work. Help me build these establishments, these businesses, and I got you. I didn't do anything I didn't buy school supplies. I didn't do anything. So that's different than somebody just throwing you crumbs. No, it was a change of lifestyle for me.
Absolutely.
I had every car there is. My daughter posted, she was driving my Mercedes. I pulled up, she was in one of my cars. So I had every car you can name right now. So it was just a lifestyle change. So it's different than somebody just throwing you some money.
How did you feel though? Did you feel whole or did you feel incomplete?
Because of the relationship, I felt very extremely lonely. I was very lonely. I was very, very lonely. But what I'm saying is I can see, like when I was younger, why I was in those certain situations. But now I'm older and I have a little more wisdom and I'm a little more seasoned. I can see BS coming ahead of me. Like, no, it's not worth it. The amount of time that I'm about to you know, be hurting, or the amount of the sleep that I'm about to lose, it's not worth it. So I've obtained my own self, you know, my own situations and my own money, so I don't have to accept pieces or crumbs, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's different. But it took me a while, so I don't want to be hypocritical and say that I wouldn't do it, because I went through it. It took me a moment to get here. Not be a side piece though.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. That's.
Well, do side pieces ever graduate to becoming mains?
Who?
Alicia Keys. Oh, I said it. Oh,
yeah, that's correct. He got correct, y'all. I
did not mean to say that. I'm sorry, Alicia Keys. I love you.
I'm not sorry. I mean, it's a reality. She did take somebody else's husband, but
Alicia Keys is perfect. What are y'all talking about?
Right.
But you know, usually it doesn't happen. Like
no,
as soon as from a guy, as soon as I see that she'll accept that, then she's gonna accept that.
Why change it? Right. Why give you more respect than you have earned? Like for me, once you lose respect, it's over. I'm not just gonna give you the respect that you lost. Like once you lose it, it's over. So for me, if you're gonna accept me dating other people and having full-fledged situations with the other person, you're cool with it, then why would I just grant you respect after that? Like after it's over, I'm just gonna say, you know what? So you just hold your position until I find somebody else to take the top position. But you don't graduate. Yep. Like you're in that position. There's no graduation for you, buddy.
There's something that's just so attractive about a woman who won't accept that. I remember I was at a club one time and I was talking to this girl, and you know it was like around Halloween. It was a Halloween party, matter of fact. You know, everybody is dressed exactly how I want them to be dressed on Halloween, right? But there was this one girl. She came in. She had like this queen outfit, like an Egyptian queen, right? Mm-hmm. And so I tried to approach her like I approached all the others. She would not have that. And there was something that was just so attractive about that. And the rest of the night, I was talking to her. I didn't care about any other girl.
It was that hunt.
It was
the hunt.
It was a hunt that was a challenge. And I realized at that moment, she was not like any other girls in there.
Yeah.
Even though she was in the environment, she wasn't a part of the environment. And there was just something that was so attractive. She was the type of girl that would not be a side chick. And she's still a good friend to this day.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good. That's amazing. How do you get there if you? Well, I guess you can if you're already the side chick, or if you feel yourself slipping into the side chick position.
Like,
not
how
that
do
he
you?
has a girlfriend, but he's talking to multiple women at the same time. Does that?
You got to stand your ground, and the right man, like I said, will respect that. If you are so desperate for that attention, then I'm gonna treat you like that.
Absolutely.
And when I say I'm talking like for men in general. The thing that captured me about this woman is that she refused. Even though I tried to approach her, she knew who she was. And that was just so attractive to me.
Yeah, we have to hold true to our values.
Yeah.
And our standards. Like, do not flex on them. Don't let them go. It may take time, but you have to trust yourself. Like, you have to believe in yourself. You can't like relax your standards because you're lonely. You can't do that. Please hold true to them, and please do not be a side chick.
And
please don't do that.
I understand it gets frustrating because there's a lot of guys that approach you. There's guys that you probably think are cute or whatever, and they treat you in this way, and you're like, well, if I do a little bit of this, maybe he'll like me more.
Yeah.
No, you got to stand your ground because the right one will respect that. And even if that right one approaches you incorrectly and you correct him, he will be like, okay, this one is different.
Yeah.
That's it right there. That's it. We can shut the cameras off right now. That's some wisdom for you.
Because I've definitely been in a situation like that. I've dated somebody where he would basically dangle a carrot. Like, he would be like, you have so much potential, and I see you being this great business owner, and I just see all this great stuff for you, and that's the person I want to be with, and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, let me do something like that, or let me start washing his dishes. Let me start a business. Let me cook for him.
Right.
And I'm doing all these things that would kind of make me a wife, but I'm not even his girlfriend. Like, he's expecting all of this.
That's funny because in my family we're very competitive, right? And I have a younger brother, and he's exactly like me. We have the same exact birthday, and we're 8 years apart. And our relationship is just talking trash to each other, right? And I remember I said, I got a nickname for you. I'm going to call you Potential because you have a lot of potential, but you're not there yet. So when I hear somebody say you have potential, that's, in my mind, it's like, that means you're not there yet.
And in most instances, you will never arrive.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'll never be there.
And I'm going to always call him Potential. Andrew, you heard me. You are potential. But I say that because a real man is not going to see you as, you got potential. No. That means, I'm still focused on this.
Right.
The real man is going to see your beauty. They're going to love that 4.0 that you got over there. They're going to respect you for who you are, and they're going to do everything to match your hustle.
Yeah, because that drives me crazy. I'm like, I'm 23, dude. Like, I'm sorry I'm not a CEO. I don't have this big house, my own place. Like, it's just all these things. Yes. I'm so young. Like, let me get there. And you, like, steady, like, all of his words telling me that I have potential, that really beats me down.
Yeah,
like,
and he
really
knows
make
it,
me
though.
feel like I'm not good enough.
He knows
you know what ends up happening in that story?
That's how he
You surpass
his
him.
dominance.
That's exactly. You surpass him. He's telling you have potential, and then eventually you surpass him, and then you look at him like you have no potential. I would say you have no potential. Like
That's what I started to see. Like, I'm gonna become all of these things because one of his main things is I want to marry. I want to be a CEO, married to a CEO. So one of my things, I just started me a business. Like, all right, well, give me a business plan, because all advice that he says is not always bad. So you want a business owner? Okay, well, I'm gonna start me a business. by the time I become a CEO making the bread, sir, I don't even want you anymore.
Right, absolutely. But I want you not to want him prior to all that. Because it's just some sort of way of establishing dominance and control. They're like bullies. Men that do that are such bullies.
And I'm speaking from experience. I did that with my wife. You know, we were together for a long time. And I said, well, I don't want to get married until you graduate college, right?
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad, but I had graduated, and she, out of high school, she didn't go to college. She went to cosmetology, got her license, whatever. But I kept, like you said, I kept stacking things on top.
Yeah.
And eventually, she gave me an ultimatum, and I realized, okay, let me reflect. Like, look at all these things. She has accomplished all of this. Mm-hmm. What am I doing? I'm just postponing it.
She has some high standards.
And today, like, my wife is the most amazing woman in the world. Like, she's a business owner.
Like that.
Right.
Cause in my mind, I say, I got my college degree. I need you to match me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to catch up to my wife right now.
Absolutely.
Yes, I said it. That's the only time I'm going to say it, okay?
You heard it here first.
That's the only time I'm going to say it. Okay? And that part's going to get edited out. Right? But no, you know, it's a real man
she knew who she was.
She did.
She put her foot down and said, enough is enough.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep jumping. What is it?
But for real, we're going to edit that part out.
What is it?
See,
and that's what you have to do.
Yeah, that's when I have to wake up and get out of that toxic relationship.
So y'all, hey, comment below, say, Brianna, wake up, Bri.
Yes, get it out.
Yes,
that's what it's about, though, man. But I love what we just talked about because it's real,
right?
Because what you're going through, and I always say, it doesn't matter what we're going through. There's somebody out there on the other side of that camera that's going through the same exact thing. So we're just shedding light. We're trying to help people and build people up. So we can heal
together. We're gonna cry together, heal together. We're family. That's what we do.
One question that I know a lot of people are going through is something that you touched base on with your past relationship. What if they're offering you everything in the world, but they're still keeping you kind of on the side? You still not that main person, but they giving you money, they paying your bills, they bought you a new car, they keeping your kids fed.
Is second place good enough?
Leave.
Still leave?
Leave. You have to. Because that is just control. You will never get to what the goal that you're trying to accomplish. You'll never get there. You have to leave.
Should you feed into it a little bit?
Well, once you understand that you're not getting to where you need to be, you have to leave.
I think it's good to feed into it a little bit, because I think what happened for me is me being introduced to that whole different lifestyle made me want better for myself.
So what I said is, once you get to that moment to where you're trying to get to a specific place and you're not getting there, but that does take time, because certain situations, be it good or bad, does alter your destination and your desires. It does, be it good or bad.
So
in that situation,
let's say you're an Olympic athlete, right? And you're on the podium and you got that silver medal. Are you happy?
A silver.
And somebody sit next to me with gold? Oh no.
I'm gonna try to figure out how to get that gold.
You're the second best in the world. That don't make you happy?
No, I want, because if I can do second, I can do first.
Mm-hmm. There's people out there that feel like, I made it to the podium. Yeah. I'm happy.
And just like cool out with it. Yeah, no, that's not my
I was told that's first place loser. Second place is the first place loser.
Right? That's not my genetic makeup. That's
a
not
winner.
Me. At least I'm gonna die trying. Yeah. I'm 50 Cent on y'all. Get rich or die trying in this love.
I refuse, man. I'm like you said earlier. I'm not like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know my worth.
Yes.
And I grew up not knowing.
For our family, know your worth.
Know your worth.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. What's your advice?
Know your value. Stay true to who you are. Do not fall for second best. Don't do it. Like, just believe in yourself and stand true and stay in your truth. It'll happen for you. Be patient. It'll happen.
Mine is, along with all of that, you must, if you see yourself in a toxic relationship, you must get out.
Yes.
Get out of that relationship. And once you get out, ladies or gentlemen, once you get out, Stay out. Do not go back. Do not try to be friends. Do not try to learn from their relationship and move on.
And don't talk about it, because there's guys out there that are waiting to hear about that. And they're going to use that. We waiting to hear about that. We're like, oh, this is an easy target right here.
They're going to pounce on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep that to yourself. Grow in yourself.
Yes.
But while y'all doing that, make sure y'all like and comment.
And let us know some of your
comment.
stories. Let us know some of your stories, because this is something that we can really heal people on. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for.
This was a good one.
Definitely leave your comments. Tell us about your experiences,
Yeah.
what y'all have been through, how you overcame it. If you still need help overcoming it, just reach out to us. Let us know, and we might share your story on our next topic.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, that's good, man. We love hearing you. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
See y'all next time.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.